I'm down over 50 pounds. I lost 10 inches off of my belly, 7 inches off of my hip. I've had to give away all of my clothes and buy new clothes. And I actually, one of the things I fit into my wedding dress. I actually have some really nice, beautiful lace cocktail dresses that make my hourglass shape come alive. And now I just have to have an event to go to. I am running around on the tennis court and I get to a whole bunch of balls I never could get to before. I have no issues with my Achilles anymore because I have 50 less pounds to run around in the tennis court. And I definitely am so much happier to get dressed up in my clothes. I can I have a multitude of outfits to put on and get and dress, and I get so many compliments on how amazing I look, and so I'm just so much happier. I don't have to exercise a gazillion hours. I go to the gym, I do my 15, 20 minutes, I get the hell out. I love that. And I'm not hungry. I eat what I'm supposed to eat, and then that's it. I'm not driven by food anymore. Food does not drive me. I drive it. I tried so many things. Like I would try Atkins and work alongside, somebody else, and they'd lose the weight and I'd lose like 5 pounds. And then I would try something else. I worked out with a trainer, and like I was the strongest fat woman out there. I mean, I did multiple things and I could never, like, quote unquote, crack the nut. A real person. The dieting world is so confusing because you hear so many things. And it wasn't until I started really listening to what you were saying that it made a whole lot of sense. And every time I was on a diet, I was like starving. And I was working against my body. Like, so my brain kept saying, don't you want to eat that? Don't you want to eat that? Aren't you hungry? Don't you want some of that stuff in there? So I was totally falling into that empty hole that everyone who's out there dieting falls into, because we're listening to like confusing information, so you don't know what is going to work for you and what isn't. Someone called me the other day the incredible shrinking woman. I thought that was cute. I definitely wanted to draw a line in the sand and say, this is my year of transformation. And I called it a year of transformation. And I'm glad I did. I have always been a pretty confident person, but this has just like increased my confidence, because now everything feels good, in my clothes and in my body. Now I don't sweat about what I have to wear anywhere. I put it on and I'm like, ooh, you look good. Now before I would put clothes on, and I'd probably try about 5 outfits on until I fit into one where it's like, well, this doesn't look too bad. Now it doesn't matter what I put on in my closet. It doesn't matter what I put on. I look good in everything. So yeah, that really does help your confidence, because now I can speak in front of people or go to my client meetings, and it doesn't take me 5 hours to figure out what to wear. What my goal was really to figure out what's going to work for me, because obviously everything that I had tried wasn't working, and I'm so successful at everything, and this one thing I could not crack the nut, which drives you crazy. So I was looking for something like real. And this was my year that I drew a line in the sand and I said, dang it, I've done everything else. I am going to make an investment in myself. And that's what I did. And now when people give me a compliment, I just say thank you. I just say, you look incredible. I'm like, thank you. There's so much information out there that's just wrong. It's just wrong. You should be hungry all the time. Wrong. Some of the fears and concerns I had were, number one, can I really get to some goal weight? That was always in the back of my mind. And that was proven wrong right off the bat when, you have all these negative tapes going into your mind saying, well, I've never been that weight before. I haven't been that weight in 20 years. That's that one thing that's going around in your head. But what you helped me see was it's definitely doable. And so you put that doable thing in my head, and it was like, well, yeah, she's been right every other time. She's probably right here. Just go with it. This approach was like no other approach that I've ever been on. I mean, it totally flipped everything that I knew on edge. First of all, with the eating plan, when you get to the eating plan, I mean, the very first few meals, I ate it and I didn't crave anything. I mean, from the get-go, it was totally amazing. Not feeling hungry. That was like unheard of in any of these other plans. It was different because before I would have thought I would have to be in the gym for hours. And in the beginning, you didn't even say, go to the gym. I mean, you didn't even put that on me. And I was like, oh, this is cool. I didn't have to go to the gym. And it was somebody, the personal touch, having somebody to just say what you're going to say. And I didn't feel worried about what I had to say or what went on during the week. We just took it and we learned from it, and you became aware of, you actually figured out things. We all have the answers inside of us. You just helped us bring it out. I really just needed to trust in the process and trust in myself. My clothes were getting looser, your skin's getting tighter, your measurements are going down. Those were the two concerns that I had. One was, how much time is it going to take? And the other was, can I really get to the goal weight that I was really wanting to shoot for? And those have been shot through, both of them. You really start to think about yourself and not all the noise, because there are so many people out there, telling you what you should do. And so what I had to do with my own mindset is listen to you and only you, because what you were telling me and what I was doing was working. And so I had to basically just kind of whatever anyone said about what I should be doing or not doing, I was like, I just said to myself, you just listen and follow the program. It worked from day one, so just keep doing it with listening and reading and understanding, getting to the weight you want. Like in my mind, I was saying, well, I can't get to that weight. And you were saying, well, why not? And take the negative tapes and throw them over your shoulder. We've done it for a whole year. So if you sign up for a whole year, you've gone through Thanksgiving, you've gone through Christmas, you've gone through Easter, you've gone through Halloween, you've gone through, and you've had multiple opportunities to test the system and see what happens. And for me, I was able to test it, but then I was able to come right back. And, so that's basically, from here on out, that's your life, right? I mean, if you're able to go and have your day, have your Christmas day, have what you want and choose what you're going to have and what you're not have, and then so you can just go back. I mean, that's the joy in it. The joy is that you can still have those events that are happy, but then you come back and you know exactly what to do the next day. And it's this back and forth of life. And so you're not really cheating yourself. You just have found a way to figure it out and work with it. And it's awesome. This program is the most unique program is out there. But I'm 50 pounds lighter. I mean, I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm wearing my wedding dress again. And my slinky cocktail dress that I wore when I was 29. And I mean, to me, the value is, I mean, it's priceless, because I could not have gotten here had I not gone through the program, because I would have still been struggling, still following the wrong information, still hungry as hell, still trying to work out like a dog at the gym. I never would have thought that this would have worked had I not tried it, because it goes against everything that you hear out in the media. I've probably made the money back in food. Because, why? Because good food is cheaper and you don't need to eat all of the processed crap. So your grocery bill goes down. You're not eating as much. You're eating good food that's cheaper. And, uh, to me, it's priceless, because I never could have gotten to this stage had I not joined the program. So if anyone's struggled their whole life like I have, multiple dollars with trainers, Weight Watchers, Atkins, supplements, you've spent the money somewhere down the road. How many of us women will spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on our kids' education, and we can't spend this money on ourselves? That's just wrong. That is totally wrong. And, draw the line in the sand like I did. Spend the money on yourself, and you will be better off for your family. You'll be better off for yourself. You'll be better off for your relationship. You'll be better off for your business. You'll be better off for your clients. You'll live longer and a healthier life. We kind of always put ourselves last. And sometimes you need to put yourself in the front of the line. And what I should say too is, I've learned that I have to listen to myself. If this is an intuitive yes, go with it. So if your intuition is telling you yes, say yes, do it. And I was always one of these people that asked everybody else, should I do this? Should I do this? Should I go here? I was listening to everybody else except for myself. And I stopped doing that. Now, if your heartstrings are saying yes, do it. If you would have asked me 2 years ago, I looked totally different. Totally different in all aspects of my life, So it's been a big transformation, a good transformation. I didn't tell my husband for the first 2 months. But it was an intuitive yes, right on the telephone. It was like I'm not going to listen to him tell me no. Like, no, no more. Yeah, I feel like I'm on top of the world, you know. I really totally, I mean, I get up every day and just so grateful. I'm grateful for the life that I have because there are so many people. There are so many people out there on the treadmill, you know, or the hamster wheel going round and round, and I was one of them. And and now it's pretty awesome. You know, I don't know if you believe in whatever higher power or whatever you call it, God, but sometimes you have to really become aware of what's in front of you. Just something, you make a connection and you're like, there's something cool about this person. And I had struggled with my weight. When I talked to you on the phone, it was like I didn't even ask anybody else. I just said, yep, this is right for me. So you just have to listen to it and just say, if it feels right in your gut, go with it. Don't ask anybody else. Just go with it. I totally feel sustainable. And, you know, what you propose in your program is like, I want to work with you so that I don't have to work with you. And that's absolutely the case with me. It's like any other programs, you just kind of have to continue, right? You have to continue with Weight Watchers or whatever. And once you stop, it was like, oops, there you go, back the other way. But with, I feel totally sustainable. I feel like I can, I feel like I have the keys to the kingdom, basically. I know how to open the doors. I know how to shut the doors. I know how to squeak in through the door. I know if I go off, I know exactly how to come back. I totally feel like I have it for the rest of my life.